tirado, porque aí sim, a tampa vai ser de fato uma tampa original e eu consegui encontrar essa carcaça. Ele relatou que o áudio não estava bom. Praca. Vou aplicar aqui um pouquinho de grude. Essa bateria tá feia, hein? A tela vai continuar sendo similar. Blindagem. Ah, peraí. Corta a blindagem. Vamos ver se a câmera vai funcionar. Se a gente vai precisar trocar ela também. A câmera, se o Osmar deu sorte, hein? Não vai precisar trocar a câmera. Olha só, marca muito fácil. Agora sim, blindagem. E para finalizar, essa maquininha nada mais faz do que preencher o aparelho aqui para garantir que a vedação seja ativada. Só uma máquina, mesmo com a vedação e com essa ativação da vedação, não garante que esse aparelho pode ser molhado. Agora sim, temos um 14 Pro com de fato uma carcaça original. Sabe qual é a diferença? Já tinha terminado a troca da câmera, ele vai trocar a bateria. Essa máquina também faz a abertura.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So straight into the action.
It's impossible to ignore the genius that is Andrea Pirlo. He plays a deeper midfield role, but his whole game is designed to spray passes forward.
Just one of a kind.
Yeah, these guys now are almost extinct.
Now it's Bale. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has not gone well. Bale. Now it's Bale. Now that looks a decent ball. Maldini. Great defending, strong and determined. Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Sao Paulo have got it back and they'll have another go. Oh, it's Dembele. Probing pass. That looks a good ball through. And it's Davids. Gattuso. Dembele. Chance! Oh, what has happened here? So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Keeper's dealt with that. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Bale. Tries to play it through. Sao Paulo are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. And it's Bale. Gattuso. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bale. Great vision. Great chance! Goal! Sao Paulo! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Aims beyond the defence. And this is Adriano. He's onside. No foul, says the referee. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Hullet. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Knocks it into space. Rummenigge. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Gattuso cannot be beaten that easily. Gattuso. Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Davids is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, it's Dembele. And they win it back again.
Sao Paulo have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Pele. This might spell danger. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Dembele. Sao Paulo are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. It's a searching pass. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Pele looking to pass their way up the pitch. It's a sharp pass. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Cruyff. Pele. Adriano. Good ball, good take. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Pirlo. And it's Dembele. Knocks it out wide. Oh, that's nice. Koundé stood his ground strong. And for the first half, that is that. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Sao Paulo just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Sao Paulo have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Sebastião Alves.
So we're off again.
Sao Paulo can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Deftly away. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Davids. And here's Hullet. Hullet going face-to-face with his great rival.
Wow, look who's involved. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And a chance! Oh, good finish! And this is getting better and better. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
It's a pretty loose pass. Pull it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Driving through the middle. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Bale. Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now he's off and running. He's had it nicked away. Now it's Pelé. Pelé running with intent. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And it's Hullet. Davids running with the ball. Goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Perdón, tipo. Ponte
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 7.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Paris Saint-Germain cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Vieira makes a dash for it.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Pinches it off him. Ball is over the line. And it's Cruyff. Vieira. And here's Eto'o. No, he's not getting past him there.
Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And that is expertly dealt with. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. No second thought, a straight red card. Sao Paulo are down to 10 men.
substituição.
Paris Saint-Germain have opted to make another change here. Osimhen getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Eto'o has the space to scheme. Vieira. And he's gone backward here. Platini! It's anyone's ball now. Czech trying to keep this in. Azar. Tries to pass it through. Looking for options for movement. Batistuta looking to receive it in space. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And this is Dembele. Now it's Eto'o. Osimhen. And this is Eto'o.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Sao Paulo close now to seeing this one through to the end. Chiellini makes the interception. Ibrahimovic going after that. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Teremos
Now it's
3
Eto'o.
minutos de acréscimo.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Platini, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. This could be their final throw of the dice. All hands on deck for this one. They've played it short. Played in by Eto'o. There's the header! And yes, it's there! And right near the end, we have parity. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Ei, Panka, você que é o cara que tem mais reclamado aí toda hora, que joga bem, não sei o que, perde. Me diz aí, qual é a sua visão aí desse jogo aí?